Right, since they have become an internet sensation with their hit He Drinks Tequila, they've appeared everywhere from The Late Late Show to The Ellen DeGeneres Show in the United States. Mother Mary, son Derek and daughter Dervla make up Crystal Swing. They hail from Middleton in County Cork, and Mary joins me on the line now. We'll talk with Derek and Dervla in a second. But good evening, Mary, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Lovely to speak to you, Francie.
How are you getting on?
Great, all together. Great, fantastic. On a bit of a roller coaster at the moment now. You know, life is just all go, but it's great. Absolutely enjoying it. You know, life literally has changed overnight for us, Francie, there a few weeks ago.
It has, and we'll come to that in a second, but I'd say it's not often you get many days in Cork this last couple of months.
No, to be honest now, Francie, to come home is just like a holiday to us because we're spending a lot of time in Dublin, you know, having meetings and meeting people and playing and performing, and also, you know, we're kind of all over the place and there's a lot of media attention on us, and you know, obviously we're just on the road all of the time, really, you know. So we're actually heading off to Dublin now again tonight, and you know, as I say, we were home last night now, but I think we'll be coming and going all week now, you know, so it's tremendous.
Now, I mentioned the hit He Drinks Tequila, and it became a huge YouTube hit. How did it come about, Mary, and how long? Where did, by the way, did the name Crystal Swing come from?
Well, actually, I thought up the name Crystal Swing. You know, I would have been a fan of Crystal Gale, you know, the country music singer.
Yeah.
And but I just liked the name Crystal, and I thought we were a swingy and upbeat band, and I just felt it embodied our music, and I thought it was kind of a light-hearted, good-humoured name, and you know, I think it just fitted us because, you know, three of us, and it seems to have worked anyway, and obviously everybody knows the name Crystal Swing now, you know.
And was Crystal Swing always yourself, Derek and Dervla, or did you start it off with somebody else, or how did it start off?
Well, I started out as a one-woman band, actually, going back about eight and a half years ago now. I just did it really for the love of music, because I absolutely love music, and I always wanted to have a band of my own, you know, front a band when I was growing up, but for one reason or another it never happened. So I suppose I was kind of reliving my childhood dreams, and I set up a one-woman band, and my husband went out with me on sound, and amazingly enough, it took off very fast, and I was doing very, very well for myself all around Munster particularly, and I kind of set the foundations, and Derek and Dervla joined me then just about 2.5 years ago, and but the whole thing then took on a new personality because it obviously had 3 different performers and 3 different styles, and you know, Derek would be the entertainer and the singer and the fun man on the show, and Dervla then would have the strong country voice, and I would then have been more into the, you know, the traditional Irish stuff. So we were doing a lot of social dancing, parties, weddings, everything like that, and it was really, really doing very, very, very well in Munster, you know.
Yeah. And Derek and Dervla, obviously, they like country music, so there was a lot of country music growing up for them, I presume, in the house, was there?
Oh, always, because, I mean, my own background, even when I was a little girl, I grew up with music. My parents would have been very musical, particularly from my mother's side, so I would have listened, and I have 4 brothers, but 2 of them would have been much older than me, and you know, they would have loved music as well, so I would have grown up with it. And then in turn, when I had Derek and Dervla, from the minute really they were small little children, I knew immediately that they had something special in them, because from a very, very early age, both of them were singing, and Derek was dancing from a very early age. So all the way up, I suppose, really, with me singing and my husband very interested in the music as well, like they kind of inherited it, and it never came as a problem to them or as a burden. It was always something we all enjoyed, you know. And Derek was very eager then when he was about 8 or 9 to learn the guitar, and he learned the guitar, and Dervla learned to play keyboard. So, you know, Francie, our house, it's a house that's always filled with music, you know.
Well, it's clear and evident on that, on the video for He Drinks Tequila, because you seem to be enjoying yourselves. Why do you think, Mary, it became such a huge hit? I mean, you're talking hundreds of thousands of hits, and then when you went on the Ellen show, it went through the stratosphere altogether. What was it about the video that worked and the song?
I think it was just the simplicity of it, really, Francie. I think people, if that had been a very high budget video, people would probably not even have looked at it. But I think people logged on to the family thing, and obviously the three of us, it's very clear in the video, we're close, we're enjoying ourselves. We're the best of friends, the three of us. So I think really it was the simplicity of the video, the family thing, and just a simple performance, and I think it just won the people over,
When did you realise that people were starting to talk about this and it was getting hundreds of thousands of views? When were you getting phone calls about it?
Well, just to take you back slightly, initially we wanted to get a bit of promotion for the band,
yeah.
As I said in on the Late Late Show that night, and we launched our second album going back in August 2009, and then we set up a new website, and the next step then was to put a video on Hot Country, which is channel 279 there. It's Sky Television.
That's right, yeah.
And instantly, once it went up on Sky Television, we got a reaction to the website. We could see people were checking it out and that, and it was very, very manageable. People were sending me emails and everything, but we didn't realise, all of a sudden then we realised there were thousands of visitors coming onto the website, but at that stage we still didn't realise that such something big was happening. My first realisation was I was travelling home from Middleton one day, and I got a telephone call from somebody to say that Sean Moncrief actually had us up there on his website.
Right, yeah.
And he was also playing our song, and even at that stage I didn't realise how huge it was, and literally next day all the papers started to come on to us, and even at that stage we still were a bit in awe of what the heck was going on here, but very quickly then we realised that our YouTube video was getting thousands upon thousands of hits, and really it escalated. Then the next few days we got the invitation to go on the Late Late Show, and every television show in the country invited us to come on, but we chose to go on the Late Late Show obviously because it's such a huge show,
yeah.
And Ryan, is just a lovely man, he's so lovely, and he made us feel so at ease, as did all the other television shows. We were on Expose, we were on the afternoon show, we were on the morning show, the breakfast show, we were on all the radio shows, everything, and we were on, so it has really opened doors for us, ones that we were dreaming about, Francie.
Now, what often happens with YouTube videos, Mary, when they become very popular is that people can leave comments, and they can, some aren't always that complimentary, they can be quite nasty.
Indeed.
Did you take much heed of that? Did you read them, or did you just choose to ignore them?
No, I suppose, to be perfectly honest, initially at the start we did take notice of them, because we couldn't imagine that people would actually say these things about us.
Yeah.
But very quickly when we realised that the amount of goodwill, and you couldn't imagine all the beautiful messages that we've got through our website and through our emails and through our texts and through our telephones, and the general support of the public has been just totally outweighed what was happening on the internet. And so obviously we realise, of course, that once you go out in the public eye, you are going to get a bit of negativity, and certainly our positivity has outweighed it a million times, So we don't take a bit of notice of those comments now. I think the people who are leaving comments on the internet they're in disguise, nobody knows who they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas the people that actually send you messages of support and goodwill and everything like that, they're, you know who they are. So, to be honest, we don't even have time to even look at them or read them now. So they're certainly not deterring us at all.
Well,
and as I said in another radio program during the week, if they think we're going to go away, we're not. So they might as well just get used to it.
Well, it's a credit to all three. I know your husband is involved with it. He's the sound as well. So it's a nice, close family unit, and more power to you. Can I talk to Derek for a second, please?
Can, of course, Francie.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you so much. I'm so delighted to be on your show.
No problem. And Mary, we'll come back to you at the very end. We'll mention the dates. You're coming to Castlebar in Donegal, so we'll talk about that in a second.
Very much looking forward to that. I'll put you on to Derek.
Cool. Cheers. Thanks a million.
Thank you.